All right, second attempt at doing this. First time I turned it off just to kind of like tell people I was going live, which I might still post on my community tab here. But yeah, what up, you guys? This is Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dish, and this is going to be Mobtober live for second week. Please excuse the lighting. It's I don't know, whatever happens on my laptop camera, it overlights the thing. So, plus it's a cloudy day out here, so it looks all white anyways. If you're out in the chat, just let me know you're here. So let me know you're watching. But yeah, what do you guys think of? Did anyone check out the movies from last week? There was Superfly, a couple other ones. I forget what else I talked about. But yeah, we got a couple more movies. Seven movies. All right. So what do we got? I'll talk about the first one, JD's Revenge. Has anybody seen this? Does Hellraiser count for Mobtober? Well, in part 4, he actually is kind of like a gangster in it, huh? Like he's kind of taking over the spaceship and everything. I'm trying to think if there's any other mob characters in the franchise. I know the guy that played O'Reilly from Oz was in part 6, but I don't think he was a mobster in that. But yeah, fuck it, why not? Hellraiser can count. Did you see the new Hellraiser? What do you think of it, Radio? I thought it was, it was all right. It wasn't really my favorite. Oh, there we go. There's the lighting. I got a big zit on my nose right now. Or I had a zit. I popped it, and now it looks even worse. So I guess kind of the washed out lighting is actually helping. So what do you think of the reboot? Let me try to post that I'm live on this thing. So it is 1:17 out here in Cali. And I'm probably going to go for like 30 minutes or something. Kind of want to go out for coffee. It says it was okay as a standalone. Didn't really like the explanation stuff of the Lamont configuration and the Cenobites. That's to me, they talk too much about the box to the point where I was just getting bored. I was like, I don't know. You don't have to over explain everything, but I guess, if you're a fan of how it works and everything, then it's probably more interesting to you than a lot of the sequels that don't talk about it at all. Yeah, I'm at work, so I'll probably be in and out. Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, just kind of randomly was like, oh shit, the week is ending. I didn't do this yet, so let me hop on here. So I'm gonna try to do it one per week all through October. All right, let me post on my community tab that I'm live for Mobtober. All right, so first movie, we got JD's Revenge. This is the movie that Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 was based off of, or like got a lot of inspiration from. And I never knew that until I watched this. I think I watched it last year. And I was like, holy fucking shit, this is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, the plot. So basically you got an old gangster that gets murdered in what do you call it, like a meat locker. And then years later, this guy, I think he finds out about him or something happens where he kind of crosses paths. I think maybe he puts on his hat or something. And then he starts turning into him. Like he's looking in the mirror, he's seeing JD. And he's basically, it's the guy from Cooley High. And he's super whitewashed in this. Like he's almost like a white guy. And then he starts turning into this like low class gangster. And everyone around him is kind of going like, what the fuck is going on with you? He's like got a big character change going on and everything. Good movie. Glenn Turman is awesome, and so is the guy that plays JD. Joan Pringle, is that his name? I don't know. That might be the girl in this. But Lou Gossett is in this. He's fucking awesome as like a priest in this. Lou Gossett Jr. That's one I need to check out still, and it sounds pretty good. Yeah, you know, it is pretty good. I don't know. It's not like there might be some gore in it. I don't really remember. It's like overall, it's kind of a good movie though. Like if you like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, you might like that one. I actually kind of like it better than Elm Street Part 2. And Elm Street Part 2 was, for a while, you know, Part 4 was my favorite, and then Elm Street Part 2 became my favorite. But then after I saw this one, I was like, nah, I'm going to go back to Part 4 because knowing that it's just like basically they took the plot and reworked it, I was just like, I still like that movie, but it can't be my number one if it's a copycat. But yeah, speaking of remakes, we got Scarface, you know, the original one, with Paul Muni and George Raft is in this. And what's funny is, you know, George Raft was basically best friends with Bugsy Siegel, and it said he was a real life mobster, which I tend to believe because he's very believable in this role. He's not like the star; he's the guy. Basically, they based Manny on him in the remake. Um, But this, you would be surprised if you haven't seen this. You'd be surprised how close this is to the remake, like with Al Pacino. Like it's basically the same story, same character, and everything. The guy's name is Tony. He's not Tony Montana. He's Tony something else. He's Italian in this one. The remake, he's Cuban. Um, but what's funny too is that you know, De Palma remade it, and then he also remade or he also made The Untouchables. I guess that is a remake because the TV show is first. So he made basically two Al Capone movies because this one was based on the life of Al Capone, even without really having Tony Montana based on Al Capone. I guess it's still kind of based on the story of what Capone did, except he was doing booze instead of cocaine. Yeah. So yeah, this one excellent. Excellent acting from Paul Muni. Um, really pretty good movie. Howard Hawks directed it, and yeah, good classic movie. All right, then we got Each Dawn I Die with James Cagney and George Raft, and George Raft is in this one again. Um, you know what's funny is the mob actually wanted to kill Cagney at one point because he was the head of like the Actors Guild, and he was, I don't know, he wasn't going with what they wanted him to do, so they were gonna, you know, kill him. And George Raft told him like, no, don't do that. And so if they never did this movie together, Cagney might have been assassinated. Um, but yeah, it's a good one. Not my favorite from Cagney, but it is one of my favorite George Raft movies. And basically, Cagney gets framed. He's a reporter in this, and George Raft is a gangster. They become friends in prison. George Raft escapes, and then Cagney is like suffering every day in there. They're torturing him and stuff, basically until George Raft turns himself in. Hey, what up, Crime Drama DVD Hotspot? How you doing, man? Maximilian. I almost called you Maximilian. Maximilian. What up, man? How you doing? This is Mobtober Part 2, the one you've been waiting for. How's everything going out there in Australia? And what time is it out there? So we got 3 people watching. Let me know if you're watching. I want to find out who the third person is. Oh, now it went down to 2. Oh, now it's back up to 3. And let me fix my hat. All right, then next up we got The Exterminator. This is not really a mob movie; it's much more of a vigilante movie. But there are mob characters in this, and the mob guy gets a very, very gruesome death in this. Probably maybe the most gruesome in the whole movie. Which I think, they're the exterminator is going around killing pedophiles and shit. I don't know if the mob guy deserved to be killed worse than the pedophile and shit. Holy shit, there's a little squirrel right outside my window. Um, but yeah, basically the exterminator puts him in a meat grinder because the guy runs, the meat plant. He puts him up on a chain and he lowers him down, and you see like the ground human coming out of the meat grinder. Really gross stuff. And this is one I saw when I was, I think, like 6 years old or something. I'm good, Stash. Oh, it's good to hear, man. Yeah. So now we're down to one person watch. 7 a.m. Holy shit. So is it Sunday there, or is it still set like 7 a.m. on Saturday? Because I don't know if you're going forward or backwards. But yeah, have you seen The Exterminator? Have you seen it? Let me know what you think. Okay, so you're in the future. You're all the way to Sunday. It's still Saturday here. It's 1:26 p.m. on a Saturday. Ugh. All right, next up we got The Protector. There's also Crime Story. I haven't watched Crime Story yet, but Jackie Chan in this is a cop taking down a big crime ring operation. I forget exactly what they're doing. I think it's cocaine. But this is from the same guy that directed The Exterminator, James Glickenhaus, and probably my favorite Jackie Chan movie. In this one, he's super kind of like he's way different than all his other movies. He almost plays like a guy that's like he's not doing so much fighting. He's like shooting people and stuff. It's like a kind of like a Charles Bronson type of role. And Danny Aiello's in this as the partner. Pretty fun movie. There's an awesome scene where he like shoots a guy right through a bar window. Then this friend runs out. He's chasing his friend down the street. They get in a boat, and then they're boat chasing until a boat explodes. Pretty awesome shit. Ugh. Oh man! Every time I see this fucking zit on my nose, I'm like, oh my god! You can see it. Thank God. That's like the only time right now I'm happy that this washes me out and makes me look like a ghost because you can't see that shit. All right. And then next up, we got Alphabet City. Have you seen this one, Maximilian? Max? This is with, what is his name? James Spano? Vincent Spano. And Michael Winslow from Police Academy is in this. This is a very kind of neon 80s movie. Starts off like everything in Grand Theft Auto Vice City you see in this movie. It starts off with like a cool car chase and everything, and lots of like that 80s kind of synth music playing, and it doesn't take place in Miami. It takes place in Alphabet City in New York, which I forget what the actual name of the that part of town is. Is it Tribeca? But yeah. No, I haven't watched this one. It's a good one, man. Especially if you like 80s movies. So what it is this kid is supposed to like burn down his like a bunch of apartment buildings for insurance money. And one of the buildings his family's living in, like his mom and sister is living in there. So he doesn't do it, and now the mob is chasing him. And so it's kind of like him versus the rest of the mob. Good movie. I picked that one up earlier this year. The second one was pretty good, so the first should be a good watch. What was the second movie you're talking about? the Protector Part 2. Because I don't know. I think there might be a couple Protector movies. I don't know if this has any relation to the one. I think it's with Chow Yun Fat. I don't know if it's related to that one at all. But Stash You and yeah. You gotta let me know what you mean by that. I'm a little confused. And then last up we got Trespass with Ice Cube, Ice T, Bill Paxton, and William Sadler. It's 4:30 here Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, afternoon, huh? This was one of my favorites growing up, and Ice T and Ice Cube played gang lords in this. Ice T is more of like a mobster, and Ice Cube's kind of like the henchman. Directed by I always forget this guy's name, Ernest Dickerson. So it's got kind of a very Tales from the Crypt vibe to it, even though it's not like anything really like horror related. It still feels like a Tales from the Crypt episode because you got Ernest Dickerson who directed the movie, and I think a couple episodes. You got William Sadler, who's a staple of Tales from the Crypt. Bill Paxton was in one episode, I believe, maybe two, of the Tales from the Crypt. But yeah, this is a good movie. A couple guys break into this abandoned warehouse to get some gold they know is buried there. And at the same time, there's a drug deal going on. And it becomes kind of a face-off between the two guys and the gang. There's also a homeless guy that gets mixed up in the middle of it. Have you checked out my playlist full of Mobtober? I haven't yet. I still got to do that. I just been kind of like randomly. I haven't been doing too many videos on here, really. Movie chillers. I did check it out. I watched a couple trailers, but I can't tell you what I watched. I completely forget. Hey, what's up, Gareth? How you doing, man? What time is it up in the UK? Or in your part of the UK, I mean. What's up, Danny B? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Dan in horror? So I'm just kind of chilling, talking about these mob movies. Last year, I did 31 videos, but it just kind of wore down on me. So I was like, well, this year let me just do a couple live streams. 9:30 p.m. here, bedtime. Okay, so this is what time you go to bed usually, I guess. Because I'll be up at 4 in the morning. I'll see you posting and everything. Then I'll wake up and then you're doing another live stream. So I was like, what time does he sleep? Yeah, Alphabet City is a good one. So Gareth and Mr. Dan, have you guys seen Alphabet City? This is a good one. Very 80s movie. So we got 6 people watching. Let me know, like as Ricky would say, type of 666 in there. Or type of 777 for good luck. Okay, so you wait another couple hours, 9:30, 10:30. So like 3:30 my time. Okay. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So right after I wake up and you're doing the live, like right after you end the live stream, you go to bed. Oh, the Exterminator Part 2. Okay. Yeah, the Part 2 is really good. I I have a hard time deciding which one I like better actually, Part 1 or Part 2. Cuz Part 1 is like the nasty one where it's like, super grimy but Part 2 is more fun cuz it's a canon movie. But it's also ridiculous. Like you got bad guys on rollerblades and stuff. Did you end up watching Bully? I haven't yet. I gotta convert those movies because they don't work in my DVD player. So what I do usually for like a Region 2 or Region 4 is I'll put it in my DVD drive, rip it to the computer, and convert it to a different type of file and then burn it to a CDR or a DVD-R, I mean. Are you a fan of La Samurai? I've never even heard of that. Is it pretty good? I'll check it out. Overall, though, I'm not super into like samurai and karate movies and stuff. That's one of the rare exceptions that I like this Jackie Chan Protector movie. Rumble in the Bronx was a good one. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I've just never been super into like kung fu movies or samurai movies. I like Ghost Dog. That's a good samurai movie. That's a good mob movie too. I should do that next week. Are you a fan of The Hidden? I haven't seen The Hidden. I know what it is. It's with or I know the poster at least with the guy with like the two faces. But no, I never seen that one. Or am I thinking of a different movie? Must see it as a French hitman movie with Aileen. All right, I'll check it out. You know what? You know that movie Ronin with De Niro? I really like that one. I guess that's kind of a samurai movie, even though he's playing like a guy with a bazooka and stuff. I don't know. When I think of samurais, I always think of, like the helmet and then the sword, like ancient samurais. But I guess it can translate to a hitman these days. Like Ghost Dog did, basically. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Is the stream working good? Because I always forget that it could kind of crap out. Like if I tried to go live on my phone out here, it would have all kind of glitches. But for some reason, the laptop seems to work. Gareth, have you seen JD's Revenge? Pretty good, like gangster horror movie, which was the inspiration for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Still got to send them other movies to you. I'll send you. Okay, man. Yeah, no pressure or nothing. You don't have to do that at all for me, but I much appreciate it if you do. Because that Taxi Driver DVD looked like I love the cover of that. And then I forget what else I asked for. I think the Mel Gibson one. 777. Thank you, radio. Yeah, Gareth, you might like it. I don't know how you feel about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, but this one is almost like the same plot as that. So if you're a fan of that one, definitely recommend this one. And this is like, this one came first. So that's why they call it Freddy's Revenge. It's because it's like a remake of JD's Revenge. Adjust my hat here. Ugh. What other mob movies have you guys seen lately? Have you seen any? Or like, what are your favorites? All that kind of stuff. Interviewing Freddy's Revenge director on Tuesday. Oh, no joke. No shit. You got to ask him about JD's Revenge. That's pretty awesome. That's like perfect timing. I love Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. It was my favorite, but like I said, it went down just a notch to Part 4, which is my favorite. Which was my favorite until Part 2 took over, and then I was like, well, nah, I kind of still like Part 4 better. Will do. He did the. Okay. Who? What's his name? Yeah, but yeah, this fucking. I gotta wait a couple days for that to go away, I guess. Taxi, Bloodfather, Bloodsport. Oh yeah, Bloodsport. I still have never seen Bloodsport, which is a shame because I know it's a classic and everything. Jack Shoulder. Okay. Ugh. What about Gareth? Have you seen The Exterminator? Or how about Scarface, the original? What do you guys like better? You like the original Scarface or the remake? Personally, I like De Palma's remake a little better, but this one's really good too. Of course, awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna watch The Exterminator, so of course you've seen it. Yeah. We still got to do that. I was saying like I want to take a break from doing live streams and stuff, but if I can do them on here, I think it should be fine. I just don't want to go back to that fucking coffee shop where people called the cops on me. I need to watch the original Scarface. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh, it's pretty good. Like it still holds up. The acting is pretty good and stuff. There's a funny scene right at the beginning where like he goes to light his cigarette and the cop's in his face and he takes the match and he lights it right on this badge and then takes the match and lights the cigarette with it. But yeah, it's Howard Hawks, one of the best directors. Best mob film, Armin Asani got the Fark, Sammy Gravano, Can't Stand, Bob Brad, Still Talking. Yeah, that is a fucking awesome movie. I covered that one last year, the Gotti movie for HBO. They're doing part 2. Armin Asani is signed on to do Gotti part 2. And I think it's being produced by Michael Franchese, the mob guy. Because I guess that's his favorite mob movie is the Gotti movie. Or he said it was the most realistic, at least. Travolta is Gotti. The Travolta Gotti movie wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like it's still nowhere near as good as the HBO one, but it's not so horrible either. He's just kind of a goofball. like I don't know, like the stuff he does with his eyebrows and stuff is kind of just goofy. And then there's another one called Getting Gotti with Lorraine Bracco as the lawyer trying to put him away and stuff. I've never seen that one, but I want to check it out. And I think there's Witness to the Mob with which is more like a Sammy the Bull movie. And but Gotti's in it, the character of Gotti is in it. Oh, and Boss of All Bosses with Chaz Palminteri is a good one. Gotti is kind of briefly mentioned that. Live from the Freddy's Boiler Room. Cheers. You're half right. It's actually JD's Boiler Room. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Ryan, what is your favorite mob movie? What was the last, or what was the gangster film with Tom Hardy? I'm not sure. What was it about? I'm not sure if I've ever seen it, actually. Good, man. Hope all is well with you. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's just a cloudy day out here. The only thing going wrong right now is my fucking zit. Oh my God, it's really bothering me every time I see my reflection. Right now, I'm thankfully fucking ghosted out. Goodfellas #1. Yeah, Goodfellas is a classic. My Blue Heaven is great too. I grew up watching My Blue Heaven, man. Fucking love that movie. I love the part when she asks and John Gotti Jr. is putting something together. Oh, okay. So it was his son producing it. Yeah, it should be pretty good, man. Well, I don't know. It might just be on the level of the Travolta movie. I was cracking up like when I watched the Travolta Gotti movie and they started off with the song about him, like the rap song. I was like, what? Yeah. I keep hoping they'll do a movie about Joey the Clown Lombardo. Because I actually met that guy one time. It was really scary. Yeah, he came to my grandfather's funeral. And he had like this fucking weird face. And I was like, what the like I was like, I was a little kid. I was like, what's wrong with this face? And my parents just like, well, let's just get out of here right now. Ryan, this is a good one if you've never seen it. Alphabet City. Very 80s movie with the guy from Police Academy that does the sound effects. He's in this. John Travolta God, he was bad. Yeah, it wasn't as good as the HBO one. I still liked it. Like it wasn't horrible to me, but it's like not so good. And historically accurate, I'm sure it probably was like pretty bad too. When I lived up north, I used to eat in Little Italy in that joint Joey Gallo got shot in. Yeah, Umberto's Clam House. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to New York or anything, but I still from like from movies and stuff. I still know like a lot of those places, like Mulberry Street and stuff. Do you know the Female Prisoner Scorpion movies? Yeah, I gotta go to fucking New York one day. I've always wanted to go there, especially Little Italy and 42nd Street is really what I want to go to. Even though I know it's like not like not all fucking horrible like it was. Yeah, we got one out here in San Francisco in California. Hate Street is a lot like I feel like probably the closest thing to 42nd Street. It was made for a sleazebags, yeah. That lady Maizo Kanji or whatever played in some Japanese teen crime syndicate movies before those. Yeah, I've never seen any of those. I got to check those out. I've always wanted to see Brooklyn too. And the Boogie Down Bronx. See like graffiti and breakdancing and stuff. I love that stuff. I got to run, Danny. Keep up the great content, brother. Thanks, man. You too. Doctor and the Kid. Ryan, before you go, I got to tell you, I've been listening to the Marky Ramone song you made. Like, no joke, I'll go to work and I have that fucking song stuck in my head. Marky is a punk rocker. It's just so bad. Like, I know it's Sheena is a punk rocker, like a remake, but fucking, I don't know, just like how fucking unenthusiastic the voice is fucking hilarious. Yeah, you got to tell Marky thank you for that. Kids all hopped up, line to go to the Marky Ramone show. Yeah. Ryan, do you do Instagram? I've got Mika on there. Did you watch the TV show Crime Story? I haven't watched Crime Story. I got to check it out because it's Abel Ferrara directed it with Dennis Farina. Yeah, I like Dennis Farina every time I see him in a movie. He was good in Midnight Run. As the what was that guy's name in Midnight Run? Not the Duke. The Duke was the good guy. But yeah, Ryan, I'll catch you later, man. Great opening credits to Crime Story. Yeah, I got to check that out, man. How long did that show go on for? And are you guys talking about the same crime story I'm talking about? Because there's probably a couple of them. Is it the one with Dennis Farina? Yep, Dennis Farina one. He used to be a real cop. Yeah, yeah. He was in Manhunter. He was pretty good in that. And then he did Unsolved Mysteries after Robert Stack. After they rebooted it. Gareth, have you seen The Protector with Jackie Chan? That's a good one. Good action movie. Also, which horror movies have you guys been watching? What do you guys think of the new Hellraiser? And there's the new Halloween movie, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm hearing mixed things. People are saying it sucks, and other people are saying it's really good. Yeah, I was in it. Yeah. And same director as The Exterminator. So it's got like those I don't know how this guy did it because he wasn't like with the studio. He was just like an independent guy, but he would have these big budget explosions that would usually be seen in like a studio film. So this guy was just like one person working out all this like giant explosions and shit. Like it's kind of crazy. And that guy has gone on to make race cars. Like I don't know how why like he owns a race car factory. He's making his own like Glickenhaus brand race cars. So he's just always been an innovator, I guess. But he's got his hats for sale. Like they say Glickenhaus on them. I kind of want to get one just because I like his movies. So what about Trespass? Have you guys seen it? And how much do you like it or dislike it? Good Bill Paxton movie. Good Ice-T movie. Damn, my message is not coming out right. I'm not making sense. Trying to say The Sopranos was the best Italian mob show. Sylvester Stallone is doing a mob show now. Doing a new mob show. Is he doing a new mob show? I seen the trailer for a movie he did. But yeah, Sopranos, not only probably the best mob show, probably just the best show. I fucking love The Sopranos. Trespass is pretty good. Bill and Bill and Ice and Ice. Yeah, I never realized that. That's fucking hilarious. I guess you could say it was double billed. Oh, and there's one I'm gonna talk about next week, but I just thought of it. It's a movie called One Man Jury with Jack Palance, and it's got the guy from Sopranos in it, Tony Sirico. It also has Joe Spinell is like the mob boss. Really good Joe Spinell movie. That's one that needs a Blu-ray because it's an awesome movie. All that you can get is like an old VHS tape of it, I believe. Or I think in Japan there might be a DVD or something. Hong Kong had some good triad movies in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I gotta see those. All those like Takashi Miike gangster movies and stuff. Never seen any of them. Like I don't know how the fuck I never seen them. I think maybe just because I was getting them confused with like karate movies. I'm not so much into karate movies, but yeah, I gotta check those out. I have one that I picked up at Big Lots called the Triad Connection. Looks kind of cool. Ugh. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for everyone who stopped by and was watching this and everything. Um, Quick recap of the movies though. We got The Exterminator, which is more of a vigilante movie, but it's got some mob characters in it. The original Scarface, awesome movie. If you like the the Al Pacino Scarface, definitely give this one a watch. It's old and black and white, but it still holds up, and the acting is actually really good. Like it's not like a dead movie where people are just like standing around wooden. Like it's actually pretty well acted and stuff. Each Dawn I Die, pretty good George Raft movie. Cagney is good in it, but it's not one of my favorite Cagney movies, but one of my favorite George Raft movies. And that's like basically kind of like a prison escape film mixed with a gangster movie. Hey, what up, Sean Blue Digital? You catching me right at the end, man. I'm just wrapping this up. I'm talking about the movies real quick, and then I'm gonna bounce and go get a coffee and some breakfast. Even though it's 2 o'clock here, it still feels like morning because it's like a very gray, dead day out here, which I like because it makes the time feel slower. Anyways, so next up, Alphabet City, 80s mob movie, like very emphasized on the 80s stuff. If you like neon lights and fucking 80s synth music and that kind of stuff, probably dig this. Like if you're a fan of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you'll probably like this movie. Hey, what's up? And then no, I'm a Midwest guy, dude. Chicago. But I moved. I lived out in Cali. I've lived here longer than I ever lived in Chicago. I moved away from Chicago when I was like probably 12 years old. I'm 37 now. So yeah, when like my voice, people out here think I sound like I'm from Chicago, and then when I go to Chicago, they think I sound like I'm from California. So Trespass. Talked about this one a lot. Ice-T and Ice Cube. And then Bill Paxton and Bill Sadler, go to get some treasure out of an abandoned warehouse. And Ice-T and Ice Cube are doing drug deals and stuff. And, kind of like a standoff between those guys. We got JD's Revenge. The ghost of a dead gangster is haunting this kid and turning him into a gangster, basically. Lou Gossett Jr. is this crazy priest in it. Really funny dude in it. Hey, what up, Ricky? Yeah, you're just catching me right at the last second. I'm about to wrap this up. But maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll go another 5 minutes. And then last up, The Protector with Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan versus a bunch of mobsters taking down a crime ring, cocaine operation. And the different from his other stuff because he's actually like using a gun a lot instead of doing like karate moves and stuff. Arrow put out a sick release of JD's. Yeah, yeah, I seen that. These MGM DVDs, I'm actually pretty happy with them. Like they look good and everything. Maybe the color is a little bit off, but really, I just fine tuned my TV. It looks perfectly fine. Like I'm a big fan of these the MGM DVDs for the most part. Yeah, Soul Cinema, dope label, like you said, man. So let me know if you've seen any of these, Ricky. Just hold the stack up here. Exterminator, Scarface original, Each Dawn I Die, Alphabet City, Protector, JD's Revenge, and Trespass. Yeah, Glenn Turman. He's always good, man. I loved him in Cooley High, Gremlins. I've heard of Alphabet City is dope. Yeah, it's a really good one. Like I said, like, if you're a fan of Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you'd like that movie. Because it's like, I think they must have took some elements of that movie. Hey, man. Hey, what's up, Bears? How you doing, man? Who was saying they thought I was an East Coast guy? Because probably the reason is because I put New York in my video intros. And I'm always like talking about like New York movies and stuff. I just like those kind of movies. CBS did a show on Donnie Brasco called Falcone, but it was canceled. When did they do that? Mobtober. What's next DVD you want to buy? Oh my god, let me think. You know, I know Blue Underground is putting out like those re-releasing those Jess Franco movies, which I have already, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy them, but they do look kind of cool. It's a French cut of Justine by Jess Franco, which I've never seen the French cut, so I might pick that up. But I might also, wait on it until it gets cheaper. Really, when it comes to DVDs, what I do is I just look for whatever costs $1. And I go, does this look cool? For $1, would I get something that looks like this? Oh, you know what? The next DVD I want to get is Dario Argento's Dark Glasses. If they release an English version of that, I'll pick it up because I have the Italian DVD. And it doesn't have any subtitles on it, so it's just all in Italian. And I had to like upload it to YouTube, and then it got blocked, but I could still watch it, and it had the auto translate subtitles. So I got like a YouTube translated version where they're fucking up every other word, and I had to figure out what they were talking about and stuff. So I want to watch it with the actual official subtitles and know what's really going on in the movie. Yeah, it's on Shudder. I don't have Shudder. Maybe I'll do a free trial or something. But Shudder, what's cool about them is they actually do release all their like exclusive movies usually on DVD because they know a lot of horror fans like to collect the DVD. So they'll probably do that with this, and I'll pick up the Argento Dark Glasses DVD. But yeah, I guess the Italian Blu-ray had subtitles, like English subtitles on it. But fucking, I don't have a Region 2 DVD player. My laptop can play Region 2 Blu-ray player. Like my laptop can play Region 2 DVDs, but not Region 2 Blu-rays. Horror fans are psycho. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you watch 1,000 movies about psychos, you're gonna be a little psycho. Maybe not. Innocent Blood. Yeah, I got a lot of Shudder movies at Dollar Tree. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Dollar Tree has all the Shudder exclusive movies. Have you guys seen Yummy? The Shudder exclusive movie Yummy, the zombie movie. It's really good. Like one of my favorite zombie movies. I'd put it in my top 10 Like it's a lot like not like it copied anything, but the vibe of it is a lot like uh Peter Jackson's what do you call it? Brain Dead or Dead Alive, I mean. Yeah, Yummy is great. I might rewatch that one today. I also, I might pick up VHS 94 because I've been wanting to see that. Maybe I'll hit up Dollar Tree and see if they got that one yet. I also buy DVDs at Redbox. Like Redbox has a lot of new releases that you can get for like $4. Like I picked up Halloween Kills and Candyman on Blu-ray for like $4 when it was last year, like when it was going for $20 at Target. Yeah, Ricky, do you got Redbox out in Canada? Because if you do, they'll sell you like the official Blu-ray disc and stuff. It just doesn't come with the artwork. So if you care, like if you're a big fan of the artwork and stuff, it's not good. But like for me, a lot of these, like I'm just like, I don't care so much. Especially newer artwork where it's just like some piece of shit fucking Photoshop, like a Photoshop face and then the title of the movie. It's like, hey, just make that on my printer. Or I'll wait till it's like $2 at Big Lots and just pick up the artwork or a slipcase. There's also, like people that collect slipcases and stuff, which, it's cool if you like that. To me, it doesn't matter so much. The only slipcases I actually care about are like the lenticulars. I love lenticular slipcases. Ricky, what you got going on, man? Are you going to see Halloween Ends? I might wait for that one to come out on DVD because it's gonna like they put things out on DVD so fast these days. Like back in the day when like after it left the theater, you had to wait like 6 or 7 months to get it on DVD. Now it's like as soon as it's out of the theater, it comes out on DVD. So I might just wait till like December to watch it, even mid-November maybe. Going to a buddy's tonight and just gonna chill out, man. Nice. Yeah, I'm about to. I might wait another 8 minutes to make this a full hour, and then I'm gonna run out and get some breakfast. I'm getting hungry. Depends on what time I get home tonight. I might pop on a live show. Nice. Yeah, just hit me up if you do. I'll probably be around. I'm gonna check Halloween Ends when it's online. Yo, what up, Jason? How you doing, man? So we got two people from Australia in the chat. We got Mob DVD 100 or Maximilian, and then we got Jason. What part of Australia are you from, Jason? So we got people all over the world here. We got two from Australia, one from Canada, one from the UK. Who else is in here? Radioactive is from the East Coast. Or maybe not the coast, but the eastern part of North America. I ain't paying a stitch of a cent for it. So you're waiting until it's like streaming, like free streaming. Because it is out on Peacock right now, which I'm not signing up for Peacock. They got it in my theater. I might see it on they call it Tightwad Tuesday, where you can see a movie in the theater for $5. So if I got nothing going on Tuesday, I might go check it out. South Australia, 7:40 a.m. on a Sunday. Maximilian, Max, you gotta let me know. Is it Maximilian or Maximilian? But he told me it's Sunday out there. So you're in the future. I'm still on Saturday. Ends is different. Yeah, you know, I won't say what it's about, but I've heard what the plot is, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, next Sunday, Carpenter's The Thing is playing at the theater. Me and Buddy are gonna check it out. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool how they do that now. I wish they did that when I worked at the theater. Like the theater I work at now, I mean the theater I worked at back then, now these days is showing like old movies every Thursday. I would have seen a ton of them if I fucking worked there when they were doing that, but I did get to see a bunch of free movies when I worked there that I saw, like House of a Thousand Corpses, like the very first day it came out. Freddy versus Jason, the first day it came out. A lot of cool ones, man. Ugh. I had to cut part of this head up. Like for some reason, this hat thing, it was had like two little things to hold this in place, so it fit hella weird, and then I had to cut that so I can kind of fold it down. Yeah, riveting fucking story that was. So yeah, let me know. Did you guys see Halloween Ends? I know Jason, you just said you saw it, and what do you think? Did you like it? You need a ski mask to go outside here. Damn, it's that cold, huh? I want to get the ski mask he has in Toolbox Murders, like that orange around the eyes kind of thing, and the stripe. Whatever kind of ski mask that guy had, it looks kind of cool. Ends is boring. Yeah. Yeah, I heard Michael Myers isn't in it too much. I didn't hate it. It's definitely a different Halloween film. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait on it to like Halloween Kills. The reason I saw that one in the theater was just because it was my birthday. I had the day off, and I was like, let me go see a movie or something. That was playing, so I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty dope. Free stream, bro. Yeah. Ends just made weird story choices to like it. I might like it, you know. I'll wait till I see it to judge it. I like the concept and ideas in it, but it wasn't executed well. Yeah. I think Blumhouse might be a little bit overrated. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of their movies to really make that judgment, I guess. Oh my god, my beard is getting fucking gray. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. We're coming up at the hour here. Thank you to everyone who joined me for this. Watch some mob movies and let me know your favorite mob movies and what you've been watching and all that in the comments. Make sure I'm sure all you guys are subscribed, but if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and fucking watch some more videos, I guess. All right, guys, peace out. All right, let me end this stream here. I'm gonna press this one. All right, here we go.